Engineer Lee Biwa.
Thank you, sir. I have 4 clarifications. First, to address to Minister Lawrence Wong. I'm happy to hear about increased number of NRP. I would like to know whether is there increase in the number of EUP as they upgrading. And secondly, is there a delay to HIP completion? Because I remember during Minister Mabaostan's time, as well as my favorite Minister Koh Boon Wan's time, it is mentioned that it will be completed by 2021. And now I heard it's 2022. Is there a delay? And if there is, why there is a delay? And the next 2 questions are addressed to Minister Desmond Lee. For infrastructure projects that I mentioned, where when come to pre-qualification, the local contractors not qualify, it's because they specify that they must have completed project of certain size, very big size, so none of the local contractors qualify. So I would like to ask Minister, in situation like that, can BCA consider breaking down the projects to smaller parcels so that the local contractors can have a share in it and to build up the track record? Otherwise, we can never have track record and go overseas. And the second question is about the feeding of the stray cat. Why is it that the NEA says that they cannot take action until it is left there for 2 hours or more? Why we waste time and resources to monitor that 2 hours? The moment they walk away, it should be littering. Can Ministry work with NEA to sort this out? Thank you.
Madam, Mr. Yes, Madam. Mr. Chairman, just to reply to Engineer Dr. Lee Biwa's questions on the NRP, we have announced that increased EUP we will continue to do. Whether we can do more, I think it's something we'll have to study. Again, it will be based on various considerations, including availability of funding. On HIP, our commitment was to select and complete selection by end of the year. That's consistent across various ministers' speeches, I'm sure. We have kept to that commitment. We will finish the selection by then. I've given an estimate because the implementation varies, depends on so many different factors. Depends on, sometimes you need more time for consultation. So that's just an estimate. It may be 2021, it may be 2022, but that's really an implementation process rather than the selection itself. The selection, we've committed to doing it this year. We will do it by the end of the year.
Mr. Leon Pereira. Oh, sorry. Mr. Desmond Lee, would you like to respond also?
Sir, may I just respond to Engineer Lee's two questions? The first, with regards to infrastructure projects where there are pre-qualification requirements, we have to strike a balance between ensuring that the projects are carried out by builders who have the capability and experience in doing so, and on the other hand, ensuring that local contractors are given the opportunity to build track records. So these are tensions that we have to deal with every time we call a tender, including a pre-qualification tender. Certainly, we want to make sure that the requirements at pre-qualification stage do not unfairly prejudice local firms, because if you have never done a project before, you will never have the track record to do other projects of similar kind. And this is constrained, therefore, to complex projects involving a lot of expertise and technical expertise, such as I said earlier, MRT and deep tunneling works. Having said that, even for MRT works, if you look at how LTA has done it, they've parceled the projects in order to give local contractors an opportunity to learn how to do this. And for certain complex projects, you'll find that our local builders also partner foreign firms who have that technical expertise, and in that respect, a certain degree of tech transfer and learning comes about. But certainly, we impress upon our agencies that in setting these requirements, they have to be mindful that these are indeed necessary for the project and do not unfairly prejudice our local firms. Finally, on cats and stray cats, we will certainly discuss this further with MIO and NEA. I believe the member would have also done well to raise it at MEWA's COS. But working with the community and with animal welfare groups, we've been able, in certain areas, to have a mix between enforcement and certainly educating the feeders to ensure that the area is properly upkept.